If you hear me, Matt Freaks and Geeks, TDKV here coming at you with another awesome live stream. And today, what we doing is a little watch party. Oh, yeah, dig it. But yeah, today, the watch party is ECW One Night Stand. What's up there, Valkyratus? I don't recognize your name. I wonder if you're new. But Rick James, how you doing, my man? We I This is one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. I remember that this pay-per-view is basically what got me heavy into ECW because I knew what ECW was beforehand. Like I knew Rob Van Dam and all of them. And I knew they came from there, but I never really like got 100% into ECW. And then yeah, this pay-per-view. And I remember my dad being like, why do you want to rent this pay-per-view? Like it makes no sense. And I was like, please, I like did my kid thing and yeah, he let me get it and changed my perception of wrestling altogether. This is a banger pay-per-view. Almost yeah, I'm pretty sure just about every match was awesome. At least to me. So, oh yeah, we'll be starting her up here at the like 10-minute mark or so, give or take. Nadine, how you doing today? How we all doing? There's Aussie panting away. But if you're just tuning in today, we're doing the ECW One Night Stand 2005 watch along today. What is that? How you doing, WJ? This one's a good one today. I'm excited. I think you missed my beginning monologue. I was talking about how so I knew what ECW was before this pay-per-view, and I watched some of the ECW, but it wasn't until I watched One Night Stand 2005. And I remember begging my dad to rent it because it looked awesome. And this kind of changed like my perception of wrestling as a whole. I don't know, it was a game changer. The Tanaka and Mike Awesome match in this, chef's kiss. Those two always put on good matches. Just chilling at home, that's what's up. And a little warning to everybody too. There's a very big possibility that our power goes out because it is thunderstorming like hell right now. So just be prepared. Noah, how you doing, my brother? I guess I should pull up Peacock. Let me see here. I'm doing pretty good. That was also, I remember that being a big thing too. But yeah, because so the very first ECW match I ever watched, it was as a kid, and I didn't really realize it was ECW. All wrestling was the same to me. Was it was like a highlight of that Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow match where they go through the ring. I remember watching that as a kid before I knew what ECW was. I was like, oh, this is cool wrestling. And then yeah, I just remember the whole like that they were promoting the ECW thing in WWE. And I just remember begging my dad, like, this has to be a great pay-per-view. Please let me rent it. And then he was just like, sure. Back whenever, you actually had to buy pay-per-views. And, yep. Rest is history. Oh, dude, that might be my favorite ECW match of all time. Or it's at least in the top 5. So going through here. All right, I got it pulled up. Guess how old I am. I am around 10 to 12. I think you told me you were 11 before, Noah. I could be wrong now. But yeah, so everybody, if you want to watch along with us, boot up Peacock or WWE Network or however you have access to this, and we'll be doing a watch along for this all night. It's going to be good. Like I said, this is my top 5 favorite pay-per-views of all time. So please join us. And I am also going to try finding a way to so apparently in Discord there's a way to be able to like cast it so that way people could actually watch it who don't have access to it. So be prepared for that. But for now, kind of got to do what I got to do. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to check a few things before we start. Like I said, start it up. I give timestamp updates throughout the whole thing. Yeah, the RVD and Jerry Lynn matches were always good. I also, like, their very first pay-per-view was also really good. We're going to be watching ECW One Night Stand, the 2005 edition, the very first one. And in my opinion, I mean, the second one wasn't bad. Actually, no, the second one's pretty good. That's the one with RVD winning the WWE Championship. But this one right here, this one's the cream of the crop because it was an actual, like, it felt like an actual ECW pay-per-view, and it was kind of like their send-off, if you will. But I'll be right back. Cat. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Dog, you be good. Noah, you have a good one, my brother. You know what? Let's go do this. Getting everything set up. Of course, the dog's acting like a nut. Like, why? Cat is, or the dog is just, dog's a wild one, but we love him. What's he doing? But everybody, if you haven't yet subscribed, hit that thumbs up button. We're live every day, and currently right now we're going to be doing a little watch party for ECW One Night Stand 2005. So please join us today. If you got Peacock, WWE Network, or however else, whatever else you got, come join us. The second One Night Stand DVD came with the first barely legal opponent. That's actually cool. I didn't know that. See, I never really owned too many wrestling DVDs. I was I either I would buy the pay-per-view, and then I was a VHS guy. I would tape the VHS or tape it on VHS, and then I always had it on VHS. That was kind of my way of making the purchase a lot more worth it. So, oh yeah. Cat, you want out? Too bad. So like I said, about like we'll let a couple more people come in here. Because there's usually a few people that like to watch these with me. But at about like, that's at the 10-minute mark. Maybe like the 11, 12-minute mark. We'll wait for a few more people. And then, like I said, I'll start it. I give timestamp updates so that, you know, you're like keeping along with me and all that good stuff. But yes, like I said, ECW One Night Stand 2005. The very first one, and in my opinion, the very best one. But the second one's solid now that I'm thinking of it, because we had matches like Kurt Angle versus Randy Orton, the infamous RVD and John Cena match where the crowd just like booed John Cena out the arena. Sabu versus Rey Mysterio is actually a good one on that one too, now that I'm thinking of it. But this one had some bangers. You know, we had the a whole bunch of those classic luchador matches. What's up, Nim? How you doing, my man? We'll be starting up here in about like 30 seconds or so. I'll give a little countdown and everything. And surprisingly, I only got 3 ads during this whole thing, so that's cool. But every time I have an ad, and because like there's a good chance you guys won't, I'll like let you know, like, hey, pause it, all that. And like I said, I'm working on setting it up through Discord so that way like everybody who's in the Discord could watch along. So, oh yeah. Because I don't know if I need Nitro for that. Would any of you guys know about that? Because Discord's still a new beast to me. Like I got that just for the channel, so I have like no idea how like Discord really works all that well. So, all right, I'm gonna be starting her up now. Everybody who's watching along, be ready to press play. We're gonna do countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start her up. What's up, Mohammed? How you doing? The crowd chanting. That was hilarious. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's hilarious throughout this. And I guess I should also say that these pay-per-views are more on the mature side. So if you're a kid, make sure your parent knows you're watching this along with me today. But I've always wanted to go to this ballroom. A true ECW crowd would be the best. What's up, Josh? How you doing today, my man? ECW. Oh, Mohammed, it's all good, brother. If you still want, you can still stick around. I do commentary too. Like I try, like, you know, giving my, like, you know, input on what's happening, what I think of the match. Because like I said, I remember renting this live for it like for when we first went live. Like I said, this was my first deep dive into ECW. Can't remember not knowing who half these wrestlers were, but I'm just like, this is so awesome. Like the Mike Awesome match, dude. It's such a banger. And what makes it even better for me is Joey Styles just throughout the whole entire thing, shooting all over Mike Awesome, just like, this piece of crap. He left us stranded. But it started. Joey Styles is in the ring right now. We're at 1 minute and 50 seconds. Joey Styles, dude, he's one of my favorite commentators of all time. He doesn't get enough credit. Meatloaf, listen, I liked you portrayal in Fight Club, but you ain't get me with that. Nice try though, Meatloaf. Since I got ya, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Oh my God! Like an ECW crowd would have been awesome to be a part of. Like, it's so cool that these guys got to have like a send off, because they didn't really have a send off because their last pay-per-view, they didn't know what the hell was happening. I mean, they did, but they had an idea, but they didn't get to like give the fans a good farewell and everything. It was awesome. The only thing I hate about rewatching these back through is that what's it called? All the copyrighted theme songs, they like dub over it with some generic thing. Like, for example, New Jack, one of the things I liked about New Jack was that he would wrestle to NWA or whatever, whooping somebody's ass. Now it's just some generic rap music, and it's just not the same anymore. And I forgot that Mankind helped Joey Styles for commentary for this. I felt like for it to be a true ECW pay per view, Joey Styles should have gotten the. He was always the sole commentator. He always, that was his like claim to fame. He didn't need help. And I'm not skipping the intro because that is an option. And for everybody who's just tuning in, we're doing a watch party for ECW One Night Stand. If you want to watch along, we just started it. We're 4 minutes and basically 4 minutes and like 10 seconds in. Match hasn't even started yet, so come join the fun. If you never watched ECW, this is probably the best introduction to ECW that you could get. And if you're new, if you haven't yet, subscribe and please hit that thumbs up button. Were you talking about John Cena retiring their Killer Russ? Or Ruiz, I'm sorry. But he's not retiring until next. I hear he's going until December of next year, so we still got plenty of time for John Cena. Don't you worry. And he's probably breaking the record. Ooh, that's right. This started out with Lance Storm and Dawn Marie. And believe it or not, I think Dawn Marie was pregnant during this too. She just refused to not be a part of it. Lance Storm, dude, he's a very like underrated wrestler in history. Declan, of course I remember you. And everybody, if you're just joining and you wonder what we're doing a little watch party, a little watch along to ECW One Night Stands. So if you got access to it, whether it be Peacock, WWE Network, or however other means, please come join us. We're at the 5 minute and 50-second mark, pretty much. ECW, ECW, ECW. Dawn Marie, dude, she was attractive. She never really wrestled or anything. But Declan, yeah, like I said, of course I remember you, brother. I remember when they gave Lance Storm a... Yeah. You see, I did not like that, dude. Like, they definitely treated Lance Storm pretty bad in WWE. And I love the fact that they let him get the Lionheart, too. And everybody, please, there's 21 of you watching right now, 7 likes. Please hit that thumbs up button. All you gotta do is go on the top here, hit the 3 little dots, and hit the button that looks just like this. Hook your boy up. And like I said, if you're just joining, we're watching ECW One Night Stand. Sweet. So the opening match is Chris Jericho versus Lance Storm. This is short hair Chris Jericho, too. The Lionheart. WJ, I know you're old school, or like you like some of the older wrestling. What's your favorite era of Chris Jericho? Do you prefer his first ECW run, WCW, or WWF? I loved his run in ECW, especially towards the end there. Joe, boring. That is, in fact. Good eye. It's a starter jersey, too. Classic. Is that so, Josh? Oh! You being a little troll there, Josh? What's up there, Hot Takes? And for everybody who's just joining, please, come join us. We're watching ECW One Night Stand. I forgot about that. You see, Like and stuff like that's what like didn't do like the WCW and ECW guys justice. Have I watched WWE? Yeah, I've watched WWE. I haven't like kept up with the current stuff all that much. I mean, like I always watch the PLEs or the pay-per-views, but I mainly like my like old school wrestling. Damn, that's hard, but I would have to say his debut run. Yes, the Jerichoholics. Whenever he debuted against The Rock, that was awesome. Rohan, no bueno. Nope. Nice try though, bro. Since I caught you in your act, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. You can't troll me. Wyatt Hart. Wyatt. Dude, the crowd was always so wild. Nah, I prefer Bret the Shitman Hart. Like, Stone Cold and Bret Hart's rival was so... Like, people don't bring that up in Greatest Rivals of all time. Like, the lead up to WrestleMania is one of the best. Stone Cold... The Stone Cold versus the Hart Foundation in general was awesome. I wonder how Bret would have done if he went to ECW. That's like a good like what if scenario if Bret Hart wrestled in ECW, because like, you know, he could have wrestled the Eddie Guerreros and Rey Mysterios and Chris Benoit's like before they went to WCW. That would have been cool. But I don't think he would have been able to handle that crowd. He could have started like a team, like Team Canada probably could have started beforehand with him and Lance Storm. That would have been awesome, I think. Sandman probably would have kicked his ass. Did you ever watch that Dark Side of the Ring on Sandman?
I did.
Hi, Bubby.
So what is the wrestling match?
So we're watching ECW tonight. This was a pay-per-view that
No, who's versus who's?
Oh, who's wrestling right now?
Yeah, versus.
So
versus.
the guy with the hair, with the longer hair, that's Chris Jericho, and the guy in the red pants, that's Lance Storm.
Wow. I kind of like the guy with the long hair. I like
Chris Jericho?
Yeah, I like that guy.
Are you a Jerichoholic then?
Yeah, he looks so cool. Like he looks like he looks so rich with the hair. Like he's telling him to get up or something. She's telling him to get up or something.
Brother, I can't read your name because it's in a weird font. Contreras? Oh, no, you say it right there. Contreras, a.k.a. Sportman Entertainment Guy. Bro, thank you, dude. Shout out to you.
Dad, I thought you know how to read.
I do know how to read. There is the weird font, but he said his name down there.
Well,
Shout out from the South Bronx. Thank you, my dude. And everybody, if you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Bobby, where are you going? Okay, I love you. I appreciate that very much, dude, and I am on that grind every day. Yeah, it also doesn't help I'm wearing sunglasses too, but it is what it is. He doesn't even know he's a troll and he's a troll, but I guess thank you. And everybody, please, if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. We got 24 people watching right now and 8 likes. All you gotta do is go in the top right there, hit the 3 little dots, and hit the button that looks just like this. Timestamp update for everybody who's watching along. We're 12 minutes and about 35 seconds in. And if you're wondering what we're watching along to, we're watching ECW One Night Stand from 2005. Thank you there, Brian. But yes, so like I said, this is my basically first deep dive into ECW. I knew what it was when I was a kid. I seen bits and pieces of like matches from like, you know, the Taz and Bam Bam Bigelow match, and I knew who Raven was, and they always talked about how like, you know, the Dudleys came from ECW and everything, but I never actually got to watch it. And then this pay-per-view came, like, you know, was like coming out. And I remember begging my dad to what era did I grow up with? So the very first wrestling event I could remember watching vividly was WrestleMania 15, which was in 1999. So, basically Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and I watched and went to events all the way up until about like 2015, 2016. And then after that, like I kind of like I've always kept up with wrestling and always like at least knew what was going on, but ruthless aggression and the Attitude Era, or like the two eras that like I watched the hardest. My favorite wrestler of all time, I got to pick between two. I can't pick just one. It's Undertaker and Sting. Growing up, that was always my dream match. And what's up, memes? But those were always my two of my favorites. And so, yeah, Undertaker or Sting. I've met Sting before, so that was cool. Lesnar or Goldberg, who would you pick? I mean, I like Goldberg better. I loved his WCW run, but I mean, Brock Lesnar is the actual better badass of the two. So, it's hard to like not pick him, but I don't know. Like I said, I like Goldberg better, but Brock Lesnar, like every time I like want to compare something to like Brock Lesnar to me is like the epitome of just like I would be petrified if he was pissed off at me. I would not leave my house. Let's just like put it like that. What was the last of Hamburger? I went to WrestleMania 40 this year. Oh, actually, okay, so I went to WrestleMania 40, and then I forgot that I went to SmackDown, the second SmackDown after WrestleMania, or the third one, I can't remember. But, yeah, I got to go to WrestleMania this year. I went to the SmackDown before Mania, too. That was awesome. Got to see Paulie Heyman get inducted into the Hall of Fame. But a match like that, you would have thought that it wouldn't have ended like that. I'm surprised that they didn't let those two go out the way that they should have. Timestamp update for everybody who's watching along. We're 16 minutes in. We're watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. Lesnar's first run was wild. That was definitely something to behold. Hogan or Stone Cold? Stone Cold all the way. Better wrestler, better gimmick. He's the most over wrestler in any period at any time. And I'll die on that mountain. And everybody, if you're new and you haven't yet subscribed, hit that thumbs up button, please. Currently, we're watching One Night Stand 2005. We are, like I said, we're like 16 minutes, 40 seconds in. So if you want to watch along, please do. Because if you never watched ECW, this is probably the best, way to start off watching it. The Miz or Cena? Probably, I like Cena a lot better. Indie shows? Not particularly. A few of my friends wrestled, though, so I've seen them wrestle before. I got to go to WrestleMania 26. It was amazing to get to see. Oh, dude, just that WrestleMania experience in general is awesome. But we're getting a shout out to all the ECW members. Yep. It's sad what happens to wrestlers and how most of them die young. Rocco Rock. I forgot that he died so young. Public Enemy is one of my favorite tag teams of all time. But I think John Cena's on better on the mic, though. Terry Gordy. I didn't know he died in 2000. I thought he died a little bit later on. Crash Holly. Crash Holly was underrated. Because, yeah, Mike Lockwood, he passed away. 2003. The original Sheik. Hey, Zeus! Hey, Zeus, we're watching ECW today, so we gotta do a ECW, 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 ECW. Oh, dude, a couple weeks ago, I was just rewatched stuff about Owen Hart's death. That most certainly is sad. He was such a good dude. And please, all 36 of you watching right now, if you haven't yet, please subscribe if you're new and hit that thumbs up button. There's only 9 of you who hit the thumbs up button so far. Please do. I got a new pair of gloves today, but they're both. All right there, Jesus. Chris Candido, dude, it's a shame how he died too. He died from a blood cloud, I think. Have I seen that? Yeah, I've seen the Iron Claw. The Iron Claw is pretty good. I actually do. That's like I didn't know the Von Erichs all that well. Their story. That is such heartbreak, dude. The definition of it. There, dude. Thumbs up. Yelling at you. I ain't yelling at you. I'm sorry. What's the second match now? Ooh. Mikey Rumprecht to Jerry. The three-way dances were always cool in ECW. Timestamp update, we're 19 minutes and about 53 seconds in. I think Mysterio versus Psychosis should have happened as the second match. Oh, dude, the Awesome and Tanaka match is probably the best match on this card. Meme, yeah, I definitely see that happening as of right now. Rock versus Roman. Definitely see that. But DTA, how you doing though, brother? And like I said, we're watching ECW One Night Stand right now. So if you want to watch along, please do. Whether you're on Peacock, the WWE Network, if you're outside the States, or whichever other way, you're on the DVD, please join us. This three-way is killer too. Nunzio or Little Guido. I loved him. And the FBI, dude, like ECW is just such. Like, I mean, it's hard to say it's perfect, but like it was so awesome for what it was. Yep, Chris Candido's last match was at the first Lockdown pay-per-view. Yeah, and he wasn't supposed to go in a plane because of a potential for a blood clot, and he just did anyway because he's Chris Candido, and then that happens. Sad. He such an underrated wrestler. Underappreciated everywhere he went except for ECW. Well, I mean, I guess he wasn't used too bad in TNA. Super crazy. Super Crazy was a good wrestler. Who do you think Goldberg's last match will be? I don't know. Really don't know how I don't know how one would go about booking it. I'm doing good, you know. We watched some ECW and vibing with you cool people. And yeah, I'm in the air conditioning too. I work in a factory setting and I'm in the heat all day. So I feel ya. Pigpen, how you doing, my brother? Little Guido. Oh, dude, it definitely has been. And then the humidity doesn't make it any better. Oof. Like, if only they would have used Jerry in, like, the way that, like, ECW did. Because he was such a good wrestler. Dog is going nuts. Don't mind that. I have a husky, and he doesn't know how to ever calm down. It's a big old ball of energy. And even Little Guido. I always want to call him Nunzio because that was, like, my introduction to him was whenever he was Nunzio in WWE. But he was an underrated wrestler, too. Thinking about moving to Antarctica. I preach that, bro. Preach. Oh, no. Boo. Damn. Just stumbled across the screen. Great so far. Oh, thank you there, RV. I don't know if you watch wrestling or not, but what we're doing currently is this little like watch party, I call it. You know, if you but we're watching ECW One Night Stand. So if you want to join us, do whether it's on Peacock, WWE Network, however you can. And we are at the 24-minute and 10-second mark. What's up there, Dan Patrick? Moxley should have been in ECW, bros. There's a lot of those guys that were in the wrong eras. Like CM Punk would have been a great ECW guy too. And I don't count that. I call it WWECW, but I don't count that as ECW because that was a farce of what ECW was. Cool, Mr. RV. It's the one from 2005. Oh, dude. Super crazy, dude. Such all these guys were underrated in lots of. Have you seen Undertaker's podcast? It's pretty good. I don't watch the actual podcast itself. I always watch like the clips that they show from it. My favorite's whenever he's talking with the one dude about his tombstone to Coco Beware, his first tombstone, and how that how like Coco always makes the joke that he was 6'4" before that tombstone. And yes, everybody, if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and please hit that thumbs up button. We're live every day. Stream is growing by the day. And if you're just joining, you're wondering what we're doing, we are watching ECW One Night Stand from 2005. That was doomed from the start. You can't start a promotion with one title. No. And that's not only that, but like, I don't know, just the whole premise of bringing WWE guys into it. I mean, I got the kind of idea of why they did it, so that way, you know, there would be like some familiarity with the modern audience, but it just was not good. AEW Wrestling is in Little Rock tonight. I didn't know anything about them. Tickets are only $25. Pigpen? Honestly, that sounds like a decent time. I've never really watched AEW or anything. I'll be real. I've watched like clips from matches and stuff, but I don't have cable, so I don't really get to watch like Dynamite and all that. So I can't really give like a opinion on whether or not I think it's good or not. And honestly, I hope that it thrives. WWE Rivals. Isn't that one of the shows on Peacock, I think they're, Josh? I haven't specifically, but there's a very good chance like my knowledge of like older wrestling and like especially the backstage stuff. I'm not gonna say like I'm like a know-it-all, but like I know a lot about like the whole Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels thing and all that. So good chances I at least know a good bit about it. But is it any good, Josh? And for Mr. RV, if you are going to be watching right now, currently we're at 27 minutes and 35 seconds. The match is currently Tajiri. It was a three-way dance between Tajiri, Super Crazy, and Lil Guido. But currently it's Tajiri and Super Crazy finishing it out. Because one thing I always liked about ECW's they called them three-way dances is because it was like an elimination match. So it didn't end off of one pinfall. You just know your dad watches it. Yeah, because I think your dad's close to my age. So he probably that's like a lot of like the wrestlers that like we grew up with. Chijiri. Ooh. And everybody, if you haven't yet and you're new, subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up button. Got 13 people watching, 26 viewers. hit that thumbs up button. And I said that so backwards, but it'd be like that. 2, 3. Super crazy. The whole super crazy Psychosis and Juventud Guerrero faction in WWE was pretty cool. I liked it. Mexicools, they called themselves. Or they called them. And they came out on the tractors or whatever. I actually forgot all about that till just now. Super crazy. He was crazy, dude. So I'm getting my first ad right now. So for everybody who's watching, if you didn't get an ad, pause it, and I'll give you a timestamp update for where we're at. That's the only thing I don't like with Peacock. And what sucks is that they just actually up their prices. But what you gonna do, right? Still, $8 a month is cheaper than what pay-per-views used to be with like $50 a month. Do you think MJF would click in WWE? If they let him, I think he would be all right. All right there, Centurion. Like I said, if you don't have an ad right now, pause it. I'll give a timestamp update. Because the match just ended for me too, and then it started with a ad. So we should be about on the same page. And this pay-per-view just picks up from here, dude. So we are at 29 minutes and about 20 seconds. Ooh. Dude, just the aesthetic of the ballroom is awesome. I always liked it. MJF would be bigger than Rhodes if he went to WWE with the right book. Well, yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing with wrestlers. With like, they could have all the talent in the world, but if they don't get booked right, then it ain't gonna matter. Because like Cody Rhodes' title run should be awesome, but they haven't booked it to. I don't know. I haven't like. The only interesting thing I found from it was the whole what's it called? His and AJ's match at France. That was an awesome match. But besides for that, though, like there hasn't been any good stories. There hasn't been any. I don't know. Cause that's something that like I think misses. That's like. Just like the storylines don't hit quite as hard as they used to. I kind of hope that they pop off whenever they go to Netflix. Sandman, dude. Sandman was awesome. Cody Rhodes is so cringy. Yeah, he's one of those dudes where you either love him or you hate him, I think. That's my kid's favorite wrestler, so I like him. Owen Hart Brett storyline that is probably one of the better storylines in history. You know, brother versus brother. No, you don't get a play button until 100,000 subs. So we're still quite a ways away from there, but it's all good. Did you see any of the Sandman time misses? So I've watched a good bit of old ECW. So yes, I have seen his like him and like his like surfer gimmick, and it was pretty funky. It's weird seeing him not being a beer guzzling badass. Never mind, I guess I'm not busy. All right there, Muhammad. That's cool. Shane Douglas throwing down the title is what catapulted ECW into the stratosphere. Oh, dude. And that was a real Singapore cane, too. And for everybody who's just joining, you're wondering what we're doing. We are doing a watch along or watch party for ECW One Night Stands. We're currently 32 minutes and about 20 seconds in. So if you want to watch along with us, please do. And if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Who has the better super kick, Shawn Michaels or ECW 7 Lance Storm? I really, really liked. They both had a good super kick, but Shawn Michaels made it his own. Yeah, it was better when they let him become his own character and develop. Yes. What match are you? Well, so currently, Muhammad, it's the ECW One Night Stand 2005. It is we're basically 33 minutes in. It's currently Psychosis versus Rey Mysterio. And I can't wait to hear the fans start screaming, "Put your mask on." One of my favorite stories is H and Sean, them forming DX, feuding with each other. Oh yeah, Dalton, that was good. This is like Rey Mysterio before he got pushed to the moon. See, I like Rey's original WWE theme. Kick has to be Lance Storm for the kick, but Shawn Michaels made it his own when naming it. Yes, and just like the build up to it, like him tooting up the band and everything, like, hey, but like the actual kick itself, Lance Storm probably did it a lot better. Does Liv Morgan? Does Liv put? Do you mean does? I'm guessing you're wondering about the Liv and Rhea match. I honestly think Rhea should go over, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, thank you, Josh. So this is Rey Mysterio versus Psychosis. This is pre Royal Rumble 2006 Rey Mysterio too. Very interesting. What you sorry about? Oh no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. But yeah, I think Rhea should go over, but I have a feeling that's going to boil over at Bad Blood maybe, or I don't know. Like I don't think that's going to be a one match feud. Like I have a feeling that's going to go on for a good bit. I'm surprised they didn't start chanting "You fucked up, you fucked up." Oh, they did get a little chant going. That's cool. No, Chicken Lover's been on a normal sleep schedule, and Vici just started a new job today, so he's probably not gonna be watching. It's all good though. Internet Archive has a lot of the old ECW shows unedited. I've been meaning to download them and store them on a hard drive just in case they. That's actually very interesting because them being unedited, like for example, one thing that I'm going to miss watching this is this whenever Sandman comes out. That's to me it's one of the greatest single entrances of all time. The entire crowd starts singing "Enter Sandman," and it's awesome. Do I follow any EEW? I somewhat know what's going on, but I don't have cable, so I don't get to watch it, and because of that, I don't really have any investment with any of the characters to watch like what's happening. So like not really. I know that I think Swerve is the champion and Sasha Banks is the women's champion, I think. But beyond that, like I can't really tell you too much about AEW. I think Dom will help Liv retain because yeah, I have a feeling about that's why I think that's going to be like a 3-match feud, and I have a feeling that like how like Eddie and Ray had a custody of Dominic match. I think that's going to be like the same thing. Oh, there you go. So you've seen actual ECW shows. That's awesome, dude. I love Philly. That's why like whenever Paul Heyman got inducted into the Hall of Fame and it was happening in Philly, I had to go to that. I went to the SmackDown before WrestleMania. That was awesome. I actually have a clip from like where I was sitting at where with what's it called? Paul Heyman. You've handed Bubba Oh, dude, that's awesome. Well, Centurion, where are you from? Because I know that they go on tour every once in a while. Like, I know they did live events at like in France and like other places like that. I don't know like what part of the world you'd be in, but hopefully one day they travel to you. UK. It's definitely not as often they go over there, but I know sometimes they do European tours. I think Lloyd Liv joins with the Wyatt to end Judgment Day. I don't see that happening per se, but I mean, never say never though. You never know. I think that the whole Liv and Rhea rival is gonna. I think that's gonna be the pinnacle that splits up the Judgment Day. That's how I think about that. That's what I think is gonna happen here. Timestamp update for everybody who's watching along. We are at 38 minutes and about 35 seconds in. Still watching Psychosis versus Rey Mysterio. And this match did not like I remember it being good and it's still good. Psychosis is again like all these ECW guys are underrated. Liv and Rhea should have a ladder match. Yeah, exactly. WJ. A shark cage above the ring, or have it be a Dominic Mysterio on a pool match. Liv is going to. You think Liv is going to portray Dom? I don't know. Rey Mysterio. These guys' original ECW matches were superior. Ooh. And he's in the crowd now. That's awesome. I love. Oh, they're about to jump. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I wonder how much those chairs go for. Like, I've always wanted to sit front row and get one of the chairs. That would be awesome, I think. I've never sat like too close to the ring. Maybe one day. 619. He's getting booed. That's funny. Ooh. You have to watch Public Enemy versus Bubba and Devon. Oh, I've seen that before, dude. Public Enemy is one of the most underrated tag teams I think of all time. They got squashed by APA, metaphorically and literally speaking. I think Dom will betray Rhea with Liv. The longer she shuts. Yeah. That's one of those cases where you can see it going anywhere. What's up there, Mr. Riz? How you doing, my man? Today we're watching ECW One Night Stand. So if you want to watch along, go ahead, pop in Peacock or WWE Network. We're 41 minutes and 10 seconds in. And everybody who's watching, if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Your meme. Oh, okay. Did you change your name? Or did you make another account? Oh, but here comes the invaders. This is where the pay-per-view gets really interesting. JBL, dude. JBL played such a good heel that I still hate him to this day. You changed your name. Okay. I had the 1994 King of the Ring chair. I sat like 4 rows behind her ringside and they let us keep our chairs. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I've never sat that close. I've always wanted to. Kurt Angle. True story, Kurt Angle was supposed to be in ECW, but there was a very controversial thing that happened and he ended up not joining because of that. Kurt Angle, dude. He was such a good... Kurt Angle was a very underrated wrestler. Or no, I don't think he's really underrated. I just don't think he's appreciated enough. Remember Smoking Guns, Billy Gunn. Yeah, I was never that fan of Smoking Guns. Like, I think it was best for both of their careers that they went separate ways. Like, they both ended up being a part of better tag teams. This crowd, dude. I got an ad popping up right now, everybody. So if you're watching, pause, and I'll let you know a timestamp whenever we get back to it. But Smoking Guns versus the Bodley Bombers. I've never even seen that match before, but most 90s wrestling I'm not too big of a fan of. I will keep it like, oh, I don't say, no, okay. No, 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 no. Pause, rewind. Most early 90s wrestling I'm not a fan of. Like the Godwin twins or the Godwin brothers. God awful. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like I said, I have to let me rewind that. Like the Godwin brothers, I hated like everything before like 1996 in WWF was I don't want to say everything, but like there was a lot that was cringe. Because like I obviously loved Undertaker, he's my favorite. But like the Turkey Gobbler or whatever that is, I didn't like. I didn't like the fake Diesel and stuff. Like even Diesel in WWF wasn't that interesting to me ever. No, and that's why I had to reclarify that. 1996 and up WWF I love. But like those like basically before the Attitude Era, I'm just like, yeah, like I do not like the Godwin twins. Godwins, I don't know, just something about them just always irked me. Timestamp update. We're 43 minutes and 40 seconds in for everybody who's watching along. The Dudleys. One wrestler I wish actually would have wrestled in ECW was Brian Pillman. I loved his ECW debut was awesome. I have a childhood Survivor Series 2003 chair. They used to play the. That's awesome. 2003 Survivor Series. That's the first elimination chamber, if I remember correctly. Stone Cold in ECW was awesome too. Raven and BP was the best. Dude, I loved Raven. Quote the Raven, nevermore. What about me? What about Raven? So many. ECW produced so many good wrestlers. I think that I think there should be some ECW Hall of Famers. Like Sabu deserves to be in a Hall of Fame, I think. Tommy Dreamer deserves to be in a Hall of Fame. Sandman. All those guys are awesome. Oh, dude, Sandman landing on his neck like that was not cool. R.I.P. Yep, and Big Papa Pump debuted that night too. Oh, yes, he did. I forgot about that. Dude, there's always so much going on. Pile drive. I forgot that he pile drive Beulah. Young RVD. RVD was always awesome. One, two, three. That's right. Tommy Dreamer won the ECW championship one time, held it for like 30 seconds, and then lost it immediately. Oh, the Blue World Order. That was awesome. Taz. Which wrestler, in your opinion, has the best promos? The Macho Man. Oh yeah. To me, so he might not be my favorite. He's in my top 5 favorites of all time. But if you're asking me who I think the best wrestler is of all time, between in-ring ability, between promos, mic skills, gimmick, Macho Man had the complete package. I think he's the greatest wrestler of all time. Like I said, he's not my favorite, but he had it all. He could do it all. He could wrestle with it. He could make anybody look awesome. We're 47 minutes and 20 seconds in for everybody who's watching along. New Jack and Sandman. Oh, dude, New Jack was awesome, and I like Sandman. We're watching ECW One Night Stand right now. So if you want to watch along, please do, my man. Owen Hart was good too. I mean, I don't think that he was as good on the mic or like it was like as charismatic as 2005 Ruru. Or I don't think that he was quite as charismatic as Macho Man, but Owen Hart was good though. Like I'd put him in my top 10 of like best of all time. My perfect was Mr. Perfect. He was definitely a great technical wrestler. Hell, he got to wrestle Brock Lesnar. So wait, Kurt Angle's on the mic right now, mouthing off to the ECW crowd. This is always funny. Your mother taught me how. Oh, dude. Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle, dude. Dude, Kurt Angle is so good on the mic. Like, he's in the top 5 of all time just because of... Oh. David Arquette. Oh, don't make me cringe. When Owen Hart won the King of the Ring and the Slammies, he had the... Well, those were good promos. I just think you could literally put a mic in front of Macho Man and he could like... Macho Man would be able to put over this Gatorade bottle. Ooh, this Gatorade bottle, this green... I can't do it, but Macho Man could. He could you could give him a piece of dust and he would make that dust look like $1 million. And everybody, if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button for your boy. JBL. JBL was always such an asshole. Kurt was funny. Yes, and Owen Hart was a legend too. R.I.P. to him. HBK. Yeah, I don't know why, but I never liked HBK, but I respect him. JBL. And dude, they're talking over him. He could barely talk. This is funny. Shut the fuck up. You fat boy, like, bro. JBL is just... He was so good at being an asshole because he really was an asshole. I haven't subscribed, but since you've been... Oh, thank you, brother. And I'm live every day, too. Don't you worry. Ric Flair's up there. Ric Flair has some of the best promos, too. Styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet stealing, wheeling, dealing, kiss stealing, son of a gun. Woo! I'm more of a Brett guy, but that's because I'm Canadian. Well, and I can appreciate that. I mean... just my opinion, I don't think that Brett was the best on the mic. I mean, technically speaking, he definitely could wrestle circles around Macho Man. But I just, like I said, like if we're talking about the whole package, who could do it all and who did it all great. Macho Man's one of very few who could say that, like, he had it all. What all you do you want from me? Smoking Turkey. Okay, I was like, what the hell is going on? But Smoking Turkey's always posting lyrics up here. He's spitting rhymes like a lazy Susan. RVD's coming out. What of a kind? We are 52 minutes and about 7 seconds in. It's sad that he was injured for this. Ric Flair did have it all. Ric Flair's in my top 3 of all time. I definitely love I definitely love Ric Flair. I just damn straight. Be ready. What are you talking about? We besties for life, right, brother? Hey, 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 one of a kind. They cut his mic. Kurt Angle takes his shirt off. Like, what? This is before Perk Angle. Makes you believe I'm one of a kind. Dominic, that's funny. RVD, RVD, RVD. Fonzie's an underrated manager. He doesn't get brought up in the conversation enough. RVD's promo here is pretty good. Oh, I love that. I love Rhino. Only the reason why he wasn't here was because he was signed with TNA. It would have been cool if they would have let him wrestled. EC dub, EC dub, EC dub, EC dub, EC dub. Timestamp update, 54 minutes and about 40 seconds. And if you're just joining and you wonder what we're doing, we're watching ECW One Night Stand. So if you want to join along, please do. Oh, yeah, I liked IRS. He was good. And for everybody, if you're just joining and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. We're live every day. Tomorrow we're going to be going live from GameStop parking lot because I'm getting College Football 25. Your boy's camping out because I'm going to be getting the game early. Well, early-ish, but I'm excited. I've been waiting for a college football game for 11 years now. Oh yeah. RVD, dude. You could just tell that he's like emotional dropping this a little bit just because he probably wanted to wrestle here more than any other date this year. Like in 2005. Fucking show. They really bleeped that out? Why? Doink had a short ECW run with some. I forgot about Doink and ECW. That's just like, dude, Scott Hall, I think, had a couple matches in ECW too. RVD 420, I just smoked your ass. The Fawns. RVD. Dude, this crowd, like the ECW crowds, or like a big part of what made ECW legendary, I think. Nobody ever got as rowdy as ECW crowds. And RVD was right. Like he's talking about how he like tried talking Vince into getting a ECW pay-per-view. Definitely very smart. It just sucks that this ended up kickstarting the ECW promotion in WWE because that sucked, dude. I've tried going back and watching those. It just isn't the same. Jeff Jarrett versus Shawn Michaels or Razor Ramon versus Shawn Michaels. Oh. Definitely the Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels ladder match. Classic. Classic. Hey, yo. Oh, dude, R.I.P. Scott Hall. Sucks that he never got to fully beat his demons, but it also sucks that he was never a world champion. That always baffled me that he was like first time I realized that he wasn't a WCW champion. I was just like, what the hell? I forgot how long he started talking here. This is starting to drag a little bit. But torn meniscus. That would suck. My buddy in football had torn meniscus. What's up, Isaiah? How you doing, my brother? Isaiah, we're currently right now watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. If you want to watch along with us, please do. We are currently 59 minutes and about 5 seconds in. So if you want to join, or if anybody else wants to join for that matter, please do. Oh, wait, this is Rhino! Yeah! Wait, I forgot that Rhino was actually here. Isaiah, today's your birthday. Hold on a second. Yes! Sabu. The crowd knew it was coming too. Sabu, dude. Legend, dude. He's one of those dudes that should be in a Hall of Fame. I don't care if his WWE run wasn't awesome. He was an ECW legend. But Isaiah, today's your birthday. I love the first 5 years of TNA. It was like a yes, WJ. That's one of my favorite eras of wrestling. But Isaiah, it's your birthday today, dude. I'll sing you a little happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Isaiah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday there, broski. I hope it's a good one. Glad we could celebrate here on stream. And for everybody who's just tuning in, we were Johnny Rebel. It's one of my viewers' birthdays. I was singing happy birthday to him. How about you, what the fuck? But if everybody here just joining, and you're wondering what we're doing, we're currently watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. So if you want to watch along, please do. We are currently at 1 hour, 1 minute, and about 15 seconds. Snyder! Oh, Snyder! We're doing very good, my brother. We're doing very good. We're watching ECW One Night Stand currently. And it's always a good time. You know how it be here, Snyder. Good times and good vibes. Please be safe with your drive. And I'm glad that you said you're going to listen. But oh yeah, you get to hear me talk about some old ECW and all that good stuff. Currently, it's Sabu versus Rhino. Did you overrule yesterday's pool? No, Rick, you did. That was the you probably weren't here for the very end of it, but that ended up being what ended up winning in the end because we ended up having like almost like nine like it was like I think we had like 80 votes or something like that. But yeah, because WrestleMania 21 and No Way Out 2005 were the two head honchos for a while, and then ECW just popped up out of nowhere. Believe me, I ain't gonna override the poll. People listen to you while they drive, bro. I'm a podcast now. If I was a podcast, I would need at least a second person here. I've thought about doing a podcast before though. That's gank, but brother, respectfully, we don't talk about religion or politics here. And that is respectfully. Dude, I forgot all about this Rhino and Sabu match. Because I think Sabu was still signed with TNA at this point. I mean, I could be wrong. Basically do it now. I mean, I guess I basically do it. I could attempt to do that. Like, I've actually thought about doing something like that for music and such. That's actually an interesting thought. But everybody, if you haven't yet and you're new, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Oh, dude, yeah, it's actually a ukulele, but I mean, you could call it a banjo if you want, but yeah, that's my little like just a little something I do. And I always play the ukulele whenever we get 20 likes on stream, and then for every 10 after that. So, if you guys want to hear me play a song, let's get the stream up to 20 thumbs up. Rhino, dude. Rhino was such like him and Taz are two good examples of WWE mishandling people who were monsters just because they were a little bit short. I cannot, Chris. Oh, I just seen what that was. You're funny, Chris. You're truly funny. Sabu was signed to TNA. Yeah, I remember that whole they tried having the ECW revival in TNA, but they couldn't use the name, so like they had like changed it to something stupid. I forgot what they called themselves. RVG with a torn meniscus. Dude, like, bro, what are you doing? Oh, you good? RVD. Oh, dude, you could just, dude, what are you doing, bro? It's because he wants to put the show on. Oh. And then the table gets brought out. Yeah. At any ECW event without a table. Nevaeh! Imagine if Brock Lesnar was in ECW. Bro. Just picture Rhino, except only on steroids and a lot bigger. You're going live, Nevaeh. Good for you. That's what I like to hear. Sabu, dude. Dude, Rhino was Rhino was a beast. Taz was a beast. 1, 2, 3. Sabu wins. Oh yeah. Sabu's music was subtle but awesome. Just to keep everybody updated, we're at the 1 hour, 6 minute, and 50 second mark. Blah. And we're about to be hitting an ad here soon, so I'll let you know whenever that happens. But if everybody you're just joining and you're wondering what we're doing, we're currently watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. This is one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. I think from top to bottom, this is, in my opinion, one of the best pay-per-views of all time. That's just me, though. This pay-per-view brings a whole bunch of feels. This was my introduction to ECW. And, I don't know, like I said, like every watch through I've had with it has been awesome. Like, I'm trying to think what other matches there could be. Because I think that like Eric Bischoff comes out with Raw. Zorro, good for you, Nevaeh. Yes, Nevaeh. I am, because you've been talking about that for a good while, that you've been wanting to go live. What time is it for you right now? Harry Slash and oh, you see, I didn't even know that. WJ. Oh, here's Al Snow. What does everybody want? Head. What does everybody need? Head. But Nevaeh, what time is it for you now then? Because right now currently you said 6:40. It's 7:22, so you might be an hour behind me then. If you're still live while I'm going, I got you. But Nevaeh, just do me a favor. Keep at it. Do not, because, dude, like, actually, I'll make it a thing. If you're live whenever I'm done streaming, I'll come by and give you some support. I hope you're still here. Oh, there you go, Zorro. That does indeed. What does everybody want? Head. And we are on an ad right now. So pause, and I'll give everybody a timestamp update from where we're at. Desi, how you doing? Desi, I don't know when the last time you were here, but as of Sunday, your boy has 1,000 subs now. Oh, yeah. We are at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and about 40 seconds in. Thank you, Des. That's good to see you back. I always like seeing all my peeps back. Oh, we still need to hear Paul Heyman go off, too. Because this Paul Heyman promo might be it's like in my top 10 of all time. I love the BWO too, the Blue World Order. Dude, ECW, yes. That moment right there with Bam Bam and Taz, dude, that was like my first, like, I remember like seeing that match happen, or not like happen, but like I remember seeing a clip of it. And I was just like, wait, wrestlers could go through the ring? This is awesome. 911. The scaffolding matches, dude, that would have been so scary to actually be on. Sandman actually built those himself. What wrestler has the best slogan or catchphrase? I mean, I don't know. That's hard to say. I mean, like, Macho Man says simple, "Ooh, yeah." Or Stone Cold, give me a hell yeah. Hulk Hogan's, Hulkamania's running wild, brother. Undertaker's rest in peace. Rock's if you smell. I mean, you even have, people hate on Goldberg now, but like I loved whenever he would go like, "You're next." Blue Meanie's WWE theme is a banger. The Blue Meanie, dude, he was awesome. But there's a lot of good slogans and like catchphrases. I mean, the whole Austin 316's badass too. Dude, ECW is like I love seeing all these old clips from back in the day because they it was so perfect. It was perfectly imperfect. And here's Eric Bischoff with Edge. Ah, this was Edge before he blew up and got like super over. And everybody, if you're just joining, we're currently watching ECW One Night Stand right now. 2000 from 2005. We are 1 hour, 11 minutes, and about 35 seconds in. So if you want to join along, please do. Still a lot of good greatness to come along. And if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Yeah, I love WCW, but they definitely did spend so much money to buy all their talent. Snitsky. It wasn't my fault. WJ, if you ever watch my videos, Big Papa Pump kind of inspired, like, kind of like was my inspiration. I'd always go, like, holla if you hear me, my freaks and geeks. Kind of like did that because of Scott Steiner. He's so bad on the mic that it's great. That's like you could say how bad he is all you want, but like I think that it's so bad that it's great. It's just like him getting on the mic. Steiner math. You have 33 and 1/3 chance of beating me. At best. And then you take my 33 and 1/3 chance, and then you go ahead and just double that, and here comes Chris Benoit. It always pains me to like, such a good wrestler, but what he did outside that ring could not be forgiven. But I could appreciate what he did, like watching his old matches and stuff. But it's just it's sad. It's sad what happened with that, and that's why like I'm glad that they take wrestlers' health a little bit more serious now. Because Chris Benoit was one of the best technical wrestlers of all time. But it's hard to give him any type of credit or anything just because Steiner math is the only math that matters. Oh yeah. That moment after WrestleMania 20 with him and Eddie in the ring, one of my favorite moments of all wrestling. And we actually watched WrestleMania 20 not long ago, and it was just kind of like it's just sad like even watching that because knowing that they both died as early as they did. Oh, that's right. I forgot Eddie didn't break character for this. So it's currently right now Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. We're watching the ECW One Night Stand 2005. We are 1 hour, 14 minutes, and about 35 seconds in. Eddie Guerrero, dude. You see, he's in my top 5 because he had it all. He had good gimmick, was great on the mic, cut good promos, great in the ring. He was like a method actor almost. I just ate. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I was not particularly fond of this Eddie Guerrero theme song. I like the Viva la Raza. Him as a heel, because like I think this is whenever him and Rey were I think this would have been during the like Dominic custody for Dominic match and everything. Again, though, dude, he great mind for the business, and that was. I remember me and all my friends crying whenever we heard that he died because Eddie was a legend on and in and out the ring. Hey, what's up, Space Monkey? Space Monkey, we're watching ECW One Night Stand right now, the OG 2005 one. Only thing this pay-per-view really missed was like a New Jack appearance or something, but 2005, I think he would have been probably would have been like in, I don't want to say in jail or something, but like that dude was always just like Zorro. Got them cheeks. Talented apple sprite. Yes, Eddie Guerrero. We're currently watching Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit. Oh, this would have been a first ECW match between these two. That's actually interesting. The crowd's literally chanting, screaming at Edge, "I fucked Lita." That's so awesome. Flash Funk, or Two Scored Scorpio. Cause I don't know why I always got them confused but like Flash Funk and Two Cold Scorpio were the same people, right? And correct me if I am wrong. But yeah, that is a good point. There was a lot of guys that were missing from this. New Jack's TNA run was from 2003 2004, I think. I didn't even know he actually had a TNA run. I wonder if he wrestled the music during the whole match. During that. And everybody, if you're just joining and you're new, please subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. We are live every day. Oh, yeah. Did you ever watch the video of New Jack's wrestling on acid? I did not. I watched his Dark Side of the Ring though. That was very interesting. He was a beast in ECW. A I can't tongue twister for some reason. Two Cold Scorpio is also like a underrated wrestler. Like he was very good in the ring. Okay. It's on YouTube. He's funny as shit. I can imagine, dude. He was also scary as shit. Like, he's one of those dudes where you pissed him off, it might be your last day on Earth. The mass transit incident is still scary. And the funniest thing, that's not even the most wild thing he ever did. Like, he wrestled this one, so like I forgot what show it would have been for, but the dude had like a history of like no selling, and like he was supposed to be a tough guy. It was supposed to be his character, and New Jack beat the ever living shit out of this dude with like a chair or something, and the dude kept no selling it. Like, New Jack did not care. I think he even tried killing somebody. He tried throwing somebody off a scaffold, and like New Jack's buck crazy, dude. Him and Brock Lesnar are two of those guys I never would have messed with. And Haku, too. The six-sided ring of TNA was phenomenal. Oh, dude, I loved... I think WJ was the one who said it, but the first... Like, I'll give TNA up to, like, 2007, 2008. 2009, maybe, even. But, like, TNA was awesome. How I got introduced to TNA was, so on Comcast, they had, like, a free sports section. And I don't know how I ended up finding it one day, but like they had matches from TNA for free on there. That's how I got to see like that. It was the one tag team match between Triple X and America's Most Wanted. That still blows my mind. That spot where Elix Skipper walks across the top of the cage and does a Hurricanrana. Awesome spot. And just like all those Ultimate X matches were awesome. Like, TNA was great. Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles, Shark Boy, Alpha Male Monty Brown, Rhino being there was cool. Like that, TNA was awesome for so long. It's a shame that they hired Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan and kind of just like went downhill. And I think Vince Russo wrote for them too. Jeff Jarrett, I normally hate on. His run in TNA wasn't. I mean, he owned TNA, but like him being champion in TNA wasn't too bad. The crowd's not even interested in this match. They're just interested in that. They're just saying, "Fuck you, Bischoff." AMW is still my favorite tag team of all time, dude. They're definitely up there. Like they're probably TNA's greatest tag team they ever had. At least like, I mean, at least like homegrown. Dudley Boys are my favorite tag team of all time. So like, of course, I like Team 3D, but yeah, America's Most Wanted was awesome. I like Team Canada, Motor City Machine Guns or whatever they're called. That was pretty cool. Abyss was awesome. How can I forget about Abyss? That one, Cage. It was a match at Lockdown between him and Matt Hardy or Jeff Hardy. That was awesome. Whenever he black holed Suns or whatever his move was called, Jeff Hardy into the thumbtacks. That was great. Yeah, dude. Abyss versus Kane was like one of my dream matches too growing up. That would have been cool. Abyss versus Sabu was yes, it was brutal. A lot of the Monster Ball, or not so much all the Monster Ball matches, but like just Abyss put on some of their most brutal matches because he could take that pain. I think he's signed on right now as like a backstage talent for WWE, so he could theoretically wrestle for them, but I think he's too old at this point because whenever he started out in TNA, he was pretty old. I never looked into to see if he wrestled as like a different persona or something beforehand. But he was he was one of the better parts of TNA for a while there. But AJ Styles, dude. AJ Styles is in my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time. And honestly, I mean, his mic skills lack a little bit, but like I'd put AJ Styles in my top 10 best wrestlers of all time too. He was just truly phenomenal, dude. Like what he could do in that ring was one of a kind. Somebody else who I liked too a lot, Ricochet. But I liked him whenever he was Prince Puma in Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground that's an underrated company. It was like pre-recorded and all that. Was TNA man? He was basically like Mankind and Kane mixed. Because he was like a true monster and he was doing everything. Put his body out there on the line. This Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero match are pretty good. It's pretty good. Timestamp update. We were 1 hour, 24 minutes, and about 15 seconds in. Eddie and Chris always put on good matches. Ricochet said that after his contract, he will probably join AEW. I wonder if he'll go under the Prince Puma character or if he'll like come out as like something else. I always wanted to see the Prince Puma character kind of come back. Like I said, I love Lucha Underground. Like I love John Morrison. He wrestled. What was his name? Johnny Mundo. My top 3 in-ring wrestlers are probably RVD, Rey Mysterio, and AJ Styles. I could feel you on that. Rey Mysterio is definitely awesome in ring. Especially like in his early WCW days. Like those matches with him and Ultimo Dragon. Oh. RVD was always great. And yeah, AJ Styles, you could put a broom in the ring with AJ Styles and he'd put on a 5-star match. Like those, what was that one dumbass's name? Whenever AJ was feuding with Dean Ambrose, and there was that one I can't think of the dude's name. He was on the indie scene for so long. He was like the short like he shouldn't have been in the ring, dude, with like the short blonde hair. I forget what his name was, but AJ made him look good too. My top 3 wrestlers are Sting, Cena, and Randy Orton. You see, so my top 3 favorite wrestlers of all time are Sting, Undertaker, and Kane. But that's my favorites, not who I think the best are. Because, I mean, Undertaker and Sting get put with respect just for the fact that they wrestled for so long. Kane, he was a cool gimmick and all, but, like, I mean, he wrestled for so long, too, but, like, I don't know. I can't put him in... He might be in the top 20 of all time, maybe, but, like, I don't know. James Ellsworth, yeah. That's exactly who it was. He made James Ellsworth... Like, he put on good matches with the James Ellsworth. That's saying something. My dog just won't shut up. Hold on a second, everybody. He probably needs to go pee. Can you take him out for me?
I'm going to.
Oh, he's acting a nut. Or everybody, you want to say hi to my dog? Well, he wants to say hi to you. You okay? You good boy?
Okay, Ozzy, hang on a second.
My favorite Kane mask, the OG one. The OG one, and then I liked the one from 2003, like whenever he lost his mask. That was a good mask. Timestamp update. 1 hour, 27 minutes, and about 42 seconds. Randy Orton has longevity and death. Oh, he does. Hey, he definitely deserves respect.
Stop.
Eric Bischoff is about to get interviewed. I guess my dog's in the bathtub.
Yeah, he jumped in the tub. Crazy nigga. Yesterday, he comes bouncing into the room with Tony's sponge in his mouth. I'm like, sir, that is not a toy.
That's weird. But yeah, Randy Orton was never one of my favorites. But I mean, I put respect where respect's due, and he was good.
Go downstairs. Go. Go.
Check his water bowl too.
Okay, can I just get downstairs first?
Okay. Ooh.
Like, I'm getting there. You don't have to tell me. I know what to do.
Do you? It's crazy Kane almost had a typo negative. Typo negative? That would have been awesome. Would it have been black number 1? Black number 1. Eric Bischoff, dude, he always had that good heel heat. Have you seen the I know about them. I actually haven't seen them myself. It was my girlfriend's girlfriend's. Jonathan Coachman, dude. The dude, I wish he'd come back at least make an appearance or two. Mr. ESPN now. The coach. The coach was always brutalized in WWE. I'm so glad it's raining. It's been so hot for so long. It's happening! Mike Austin versus Tanaka. Yes. And Joey Styles just got quiet. He hates Mike Awesome, dude. It's awesome. Oh, Stoner's going pretty good, my brother. It's ECW One Night Stand 2005. And we're an hour, 30 minutes, and about 42 seconds in. Mike, awesome, dude. And he's just like, I'm getting pissed. And he's saying, I'll risk getting put in the hospital to swing at that piece of crap. Oh, dude. I remember this dude coming out, Tanaka, not knowing who the hell he is. Dude, this match right here, if you're watching along and you haven't yet, please pop it in. This is one of my favorite matches I remember watching live. 1 hour, 31 minutes, and about 50 seconds in. Oh, this is such a banger of a match, dude. These two fuck each other up. Steve Austin said he ate raw potatoes to save money. I never ate a raw potato before. Wait, hold on a second. They made it, but it's just instrumental. Okay. Shout out to Tajiri, who took... Oh, Tajiri took beatings, and Mr. Spike Dudley, too. He's calling Mike Awesome a Judas right now. Yo, Joey Styles is saying, oh my god, dude, he says anything, dude. I'm surprised he never wrestled for WWE. Because he would have been the type of guy that Vince McMahon would have liked. Big, athletic. Have you ever checked out FMW? ECW took a lot from them. No, I never even heard of FMW. Oh! Dude, these two lay into each other with the chair shots. The 1980s haircut, dude. The fat chick thriller. Oh, dude, you could just hear the pain. Stoner, I'm not really too much into anime, but I like Dragon Ball Z. And back in the day, whenever, like, I'd watch Adult Swim, I'd always watch, like, an Inuyasha, and, that's really about, like, the extent of my anime. I wouldn't say I like Inuyasha. It's not bad, but Dragon Ball Z is the only, like, anime I ever watched and could say I like a lot. I had the same pair. Oh, you do you? That's cool.
Oh my god.
Dog is torturing my life. You have to watch Josh the Trucker. He wrestles for 1CW? I never even heard of that. Oh god, dude, he landed right on his neck. Oh, dude, you could just tell that hurt. Oh, dude, he definitely, dude, you could just tell he landed on his neck the wrong way. Like, bro. Tanaka was such a animal, dude. That's fine with me. I only like Dragon Ball Z. To be honest, there are some other good ones, but okay. The new effing fat chick through. That's funny.
Ozzy!
dude, Mike Awesome really like if he would have went to WWF and gotten pushed there, I think Mike Awesome could have been a not all time great, but like he could have been great. I'm from the East Coast there, brother. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, I like that. I watched like my most recent watch through. I got all the way to the Namek saga. And Namek saga was awesome. What was the bigger match, Hogan versus Andre or Ric Flair versus alcoholism? They both were big in their own rights. Dude, that chair is so dented. Like, that's why whenever people tell me that, like, wrestling's fake, I'm just like, you obviously never watched, like, stuff like this, dude. Like, that chair it has an imprint of his head. My God. CTE. Oh, dude, my head hurts just even, like, thinking about getting hit like that. Boo! 1, 2. 1 hour, 37 minutes, and about 5 seconds in. And this match is just all the bangers. Oh! Oh my God, dude, he's about to go from the top rope and do this. Every Mike Awesome versus... Dude, they definitely are. Oh, I remember watching this live just going like, what is going on? Because I always loved the stuff, and I was just like amazed by this. All's good, Muhammad. Okay, actually, I do know what FMW is because I do remember watching some. Oh, that spear. Like, dude, Mike Awesome. Oh, dude. What could have and should have been. If he never would have left ECW might have stayed afloat at least a little bit longer. Is he really about to jump off? Oh my God! God, is he just... Oh, dude. I'm getting CTE watching this. You could just tell that, like, even though those guys are trying to stay in character, they're definitely, like, respecting what's going on right now. Philadelphia is a great home. I've been to Philadelphia quite a few times. My buddies used to go to the Temple, so I always called Philadelphia my home away from home. The Fat Chick Thriller. And he's just like, I hope he saved that money. Like, those guys are definitely at the edge of their seats right now because this is a spectacle. Benoit versus Kurt Angle, Royal Rumble 2003 thoughts. Honestly, like, so whenever Royal Rumble time comes closer, I'm gonna do a lot of Royal Rumble rewatches. That's one of those Rumbles I've watched it before, but like I don't really remember a lot about like the other matches. Dude, Tanaka versus Awesome is always, dude. Mike Awesome.
Toby! Come here.
Brock versus Mike Awesome could have been good. Oh, dude, that definitely could have been.
Please. I'm coming.
Oh! Dude, he almost got stabbed in the back with that. If that would have landed a little bit too far left, like if that was a botch, that could have been a bad botch. Oh my God, dude. This match still is brutal after all these years. And that crowd's just getting into it. We missed out on Shawn versus Eddie. That could have been awesome. There's a lot of matches we missed out on. Like Undertaker versus Sting. That was always my dream match. Oh, dude, this spot coming up here is gonna be awesome. Oh, dude. Oh, okay. Oh, ho, ho! And then he just comes out of nowhere with an. Oh, dude. 1, 2, 3. Mike, awesome, dude. Oh, such a brutal and awesome match, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my god, just all you could just say, dude, is, oh my god. Some rumbles blend into each other for me. I always. Yeah, Jericho versus Lance Storm was the first match. So timestamp update, we're 1 hour, 42 minutes, and about 25 seconds in. But that's the way I feel from like rumbles from like that are like after 2008, 2009. Like a lot of them just blend. But rumbles are still there. Snyder, well, so the pay-per-view itself is 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 50 seconds. We're at 1 hour, 42 minutes, and actually, just call it 1 hour and 43 minutes. So, you know, we're streaming till that ends, and then I'll probably stream for a little bit afterwards and vibe with everybody. Talk about how I feel, talk about, you know, the big ups and downs of the pay-per-view. But, you know how it be, Snyder. Sometimes these go on for forever. Like, I like this. I like the vibe at the end of yesterday's stream. Everybody's just talking and good vibes. Mike Awesome just powerbombed the referee for no reason. And I'm glad to hear that you made it there, Snyder. The Lionheart, Chris Jericho. Oil up, I'll be there in 5. What? You buying the oil for me, brother? At the very least, you could subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. Want me to Earl up for you? Here comes Paul Heyman. One of my favorite promos of all time. A shoot promo. No comment. But Paul Heyman with the jacket. Do do. Paulie. Dude, Paul Heyman's such a legend. Dude, this promo he's about to cut on the WWE guys is too funny. If you hit 20 likes, will you play Party Hard? Oh, yeah. Bro, what? Here, I'll do it right now then. When it's time to party, we will party hard. Let's get a party going. Let's get a party going. And it's time to party. We will party hard. Party hard. Hold on, because Paul Heyman's about to start talking. You don't disrespect Paul Heyman and talk over and sing over him. Paul Heyman crying, you know this about to get emotional, and he's about to drop some bangers. Timestamp update, we are 1 hour, 46 minutes, and about 20 seconds in. Where am I from? I'm from the East Coast. The ukulele. ECW, 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 ECW. And he's talking about smoking a joint with Van Dam, dude. He always brings that up. Spike had a decent... Oh, dude, Spike Dudley could take some of the best bumps. Yeah, or, yep. Shout out to Todd Gordon. Okay, there, Aniket. Oh, Paul Heyman, dude, such a legend. Thank you there, brother. And Jeff Hardy, he was never one of my favorites, but I always respected him. I wonder, I'm surprised that Straw Hat guy from ECW wasn't at this event. That's one of my favorite things about old ECW. You always saw that same Straw Hat guy there. Favorite wrestling weapon? Favorite wrestling weapon might be probably the kendo stick. Or a table. But yeah, Muzzin, I like Jeff Hardy. He was never one of my favorites, but I have respect for him. But I got some... Oh, dude, he's about to cut a shoot promo on the WWE guys. And JBL is getting drunk off his ass. Eric Bischoff. Dude, this is awesome. Hey, dude. Eric Bischoff, dude. I do wish that they would have done a WCW One Night Stand. That would have been cool. I'm from the East Coast, too. Nova Scotia! Do you watch Trailer Park Boys there, WJ? I came twice, bro. Hide your wives is Edge! Dude, God... Edge, dude. You screwed Matt. Matt freaking Hardy. He just starts spitting out his beer. He's like, that's 3 words. I definitely don't there, brother. Don't know where that misconception came from. You know what? We're going to go ahead and move that. Yeah, we're still watching ECW, Josh. Forgot about you. Bro. Well, Edgar, how you doing, my brother? All right, there, brother. Sorry, not sorry. JBL, dude, he's too funny. EC fucking W. Ugh. Paul Heyman, dude, what a legend. But Edgar, how you been, my brother? We're just currently right now watching ECW One Night Stand from 2005. We're currently 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 55 seconds in. So if anybody wants to join, go ahead. And if you haven't yet, subscribe if you're new, and hit that thumbs up button. Just got home from work. I will be tuning in late. Oh, yeah. You see, my work... You see, they didn't tell me this when I got hired, but apparently they could call me at an instant and I have to come in. Or they could even change my... Like, they can make me stay if they want to. That's not something I'm a big fan of. So, I'm sorry about that, Edgar. Hopefully you make it more moolah, though. The Dudley Boys. Dudleys were hands down my favorite tag team of all time. The Dudley Boys. Like, to me, the Dudleys and Legion of Doom are the two greatest tag teams of all time. I get off at Fort Perry. Okay. Yeah, dude. Dudley Boys are goated. Do 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 do. The Freebirds. That was a little bit before my time. The thing I don't like about the Freebirds is that they always did the trio thing, like the Freebird rule. However, I have a 3-day weekend now, so I'll be here on... Oh, yeah, Edgar. Tomorrow, Edgar, you might not catch me at all because I will be, so GameStop is doing, if you're there when their doors are closed, you could get college football, ahead of time. So I'm going to start the stream, I think, at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And then, hopefully I could record myself while being in there getting the game, but if not, I'll at least record me camping out in the parking lot and everything. My favorite manager, Paul Bear. Whoa, yes, the Undertaker. Paul Bear is one of a kind. I mean, I also like Paul Heyman too, but I respect Paul Heyman more as the main creative of ECW and everything. You could just tell that JBL is drunk off his ass right now. He's talking about how he has goosebumps and shit. I wish that they played the actual song that he comes out to. Because he comes out to Enter Sandman, and this is, like I said, this to me is one of the greatest single entrances of all time. 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 45 seconds in. Sandman, dude. Sandman always had great entrances. Favorite announcers probably either Joey Styles or JR and King were a good duo, but I like Bobby the Brain Heenan too. Fan just starts hitting himself with the kendo stick, dude. That's awesome. I wonder if they bleep out the fans singing this. Don't forget my son to include everyone. Because literally the whole crowd. Yeah, dude, they bleeped out the crowd singing because the crowd, you can literally hear the crowd like blasting this. See, me personally, here, the master of the diamond cutter. DDP was always my favorite. I mean, I know Randy Orton, it's like synonymous with Randy Orton now, but DDP did it first, and he was the master of it first, so I have to go with DDP myself. My phone died, but yeah, I love the Trailer Park Boys. Oh, dude, Trailer Park, that's one of my favorite shows. Fucking Sandman, dude. Yo, it's me, it's DDP. This match is about to be awesome. So everybody who's just tuning in, we're watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. We are 1 hour, 58 minutes, and about 20 seconds in. You like... Bro. I guess every stream gotta have a troll, right? Damian Priest, Razor Edge, Razor Ramon's hands down. Hey yo. Sandman's too funny, dude. I want to try DDP yoga. Oh yeah, dude. Hey, and I hear he's a legitimately good dude too. WJ, you know what you need to look at in my shorts? Because I went to WrestleMania 40. The first night at WrestleMania, DDP was literally sitting right behind me, and I got to I didn't get it on video, but I got him to like do the diamond cutter at me and everything. But that was cool. DDP was sitting behind me. Dustin Rhodes. Something Starks from AEW, I guess, was behind me too.
You still on the phone?
I'm sure you do there, Anikick.
Are you still on the phone?
Sorry, I have the earphone back.
But you see, dude, watching this entrance with the generic music isn't the same. Because literally the whole crowd is singing Enter Sandman. And it's beautiful. But we're 2 hours and 27 seconds in for everybody who's watching along still. This match is pretty good too. Sandman. ECW, 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 ECW. These two teams beat the ever living shit out of each other. Okay. Raw for Super Nintendo. I never played the Super Nintendo one. I played one of the Raw games for or I think it was called Attitude or whatever on PlayStation 1. The BWO. The BWO. The Blue World Order. Eric Bischoff tried suing ECW for this, and they couldn't because it was a parody. The Blue Meanie. I never realized that the one dude was Simon Dean from WWE. Fucking Stevie Richards, dude. Stevie Richards was awesome. BWO was crazy. My favorite female wrestler. Well, Nevaeh, that's one of those things to where whenever you first begin, like it's hard to get people to stay. You got to keep at it. Don't let that discourage you. That was only your first stream. My favorite female wrestler though is probably Rhea Ripley. We're taking over. Super kick. Super kicks a drunk Sandman. I could not believe Kane was. Oh, Isam Yankum, and then yes, he was fake Diesel. He had many gimmicks before he ever did anything. Everybody's just coming out during this match. I kind of forgot about this. Oh, Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten. I never played Raw on Super Nintendo, but I did play WrestleMania, the arcade game on Super Nintendo. It was like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I never really... I think I played the Super Nintendo like once. I don't even remember what game it would have been. Hey, dude. But yeah, Nevaeh, don't let that discourage you. I promise you, like, I did. It wasn't until April of this year that I got anybody watching my streams, and I started streaming June of last year. So it takes time. Whenever people's not watching, though, that's time for you to practice. I liked Hurricane. Stand back! There's a hurricane coming through. Do 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 do. Kid Cash. Oh, he was always crazy. You see, I try not paying attention to that number too much. Batman! How you doing, brother? You've been slaying all the villains in Arkham. We're not slaying them literally, but have you been fighting crime in Gotham City? Dude, I forgot that this match got crazy real quick. They're just beating the shit out of each other. The match finally... Oh, he has a cheese grater! Tommy Dreamer. Oh, back suplex. It's calmer than average. Taker and Yoko. That was a good rival. That ladder just looks so ghetto. Three count. Three count wasn't bad. They put on good matches with the something dragons. I can't remember what they were called. Those ladder matches were pretty good though. And here comes the cheese grater. Oh. Oh, dude, he bladed pretty bad. He's bleeding. God. Just imagining that. Timestamp update, we're 2 hours, 7 minutes, and about 25 seconds in. You remember the Boiler Room match? Yeah, Mankind and Undertaker? Of course I do. Mankind was one of the first wrestlers to, like, get, like, the upper hand on Taker numerous times. Ooh. Bubba Ray Dudley, dude. The Young Dragons. Okay, that's who it was. Oh, here comes Sandman. Dude, he was almost hit the ref in the mouth. That would have been funny. Everybody, if you're just tuning in, you're wondering what we're doing. We're watching ECW One Night Stand 2005. And if you're new, you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. The creepiest match ever. I remember being creeped out as a kid. ECW, ECW, ECW. He was like 8 or 9. I would have been a little bit younger than that, I think. I can't remember the exact year that was. Bubba Ray. Dude, ripping somebody open with a cheese grater is definitely insane. And then Sandman was sloppy in the ring. He was one of those dudes that was all gimmick and, like, everything, but, like, his in-ring ability was very limited. And it probably didn't help that he was always drunk. But I still love Sandman. That's nothing. That's not, like, trying to say anything, like, negative about him. Just, you do what you're good at. Frying pan. Oh, my God. You can't fake that shit. Dude, Sandman's definitely drunk out his ass. You could just tell. Fucking funny. Oh. And then, oh, dude, he's about to do the sloppiest fucking swanton, I think. Oh. Oh, dude. That'd be the smelliest one you ever smelled, Space Monkey, hands down. Holler, if you smell my poop. That's what Scott Steiner would say after he ripped one. Ooh. These guys are definitely just beating the shit out of each other. I remember I met Undertaker in Philadelphia. Oh, dude, you got to meet Undertaker before? I'm jealous. Only wrestler I got to meet before was Sting. I have his autograph downstairs. I got him to sign a Funko Pop too, but I had to sell that a while ago. Oh, you can't, dude. If I met the Undertaker, dude, that'd be a great moment. Oh. The way Devon sold moves was funny. Some wisdom, Batman. Go ahead. Are they about to do a figure four leg lock? Is that what this is? Yeah. Woo! Dude, you could just tell, dude, the way Sandman is trying to do the moves, dude, he's definitely drunk out his ass. Fucking comedy. Lance Storm! Just incredible. Just Incredible was cool, dude. I liked him in ECW. Tombstone. Oh, I forgot he called it That's Incredible. Can I don't give stuff like that out, my man. No offense. Francine. Oh, here comes Beulah. Cat fight. Josh, you should have like a different goal than that. Beulah. Oh, that's definitely some wisdom there, Batman. Oh, double DDT. 1, 2. Shoulder break, bro. I don't know, actually. Those are both pretty good matches. Heroes get remembered, legends never die. What? Yeah. Everybody, if you're new and you haven't yet, subscribe and hit that thumbs up button for your boy. We're live every day. Oh! That would hurt my bubble sack. Bubba's like, fuck this. Bubba Ray Dudley was so ruthless. Oh, yes. Detective Comics number 27. I think that one of my favorite spots is happening. The table. Oh! 1, 2. Oh, kick out. Dude, these four are just beating the shit out of each other. 3D! Oh, the Dudleys. Braun Breaker. I think he should have won against Sami Zayn at Money in the Bank. I think they messed up whenever they didn't let him do that. Spike Dudley! I think he has lighter. Yeah, he has lighter fluid. Oh, dude, the flaming table. He's like, they're gonna throw us in jail. Oh, dude. I still remember watching this live as a kid. They're going overload on the. Oh, dude. Awesome. Don't care what anybody says, dude. That's awesome. The fire table spot's always awesome. 1, 2, 3. Definitely a 3 count there. I love Melina. She was a good. I wasn't gonna say a good like a. Yeah, you know what? Actually, she was a pretty good female wrestler for the time period. She was a good heel. I liked Melina. She wasn't no Lita by any means or anything, but Melina was good. But oh, dude, loved this pay-per-view. It's not even over yet. Timestamp update, we're at 2 hours, 17 minutes, and about 5 seconds. The Sandman's just sitting here. Somebody get me a beer. Somebody get me a beer. Spike Dudley. And here he comes. Stone Cold! Stone Cold! That's right, Stone Cold was in ECW before WWF. I wish Stone Cold action figures came with the middle finger. But alas, they don't. Stone Cold, dude. Was he? Oh, Gunther for sure. You need a case of beer, son. A bear bash. I never liked Honky Tonk Man, though. All the ECW guys coming out. Super Crazy, Mikey Wembrick, Tajiri, Blue Meanie, BWO, Al Snow. Everybody. Is that Tony Mamaluke? Rhino. Oh, dude. Eric Bischoff is just sitting there like, fuck, dude. It's still crazy to me that WWE never did anything with the WCW name. Like, now this what they're doing is letting NXT use the WCW pay-per-view names. Right-handed. I am right-handed. What's everybody want? Head. The Pitbull. It's Stone Cold. I tried to forget Kid Cash's WWE run. It was terrible. With a little yellow tie. Yep, here comes the brawl. 2 hours, 21 minutes, and 10 seconds. Drunk JBL is about to fight somebody. ECW, ECW, ECW. Goldberg has the best spear. Kurt Angle, you cold metal son of a bitch. I like the gore too. But Goldberg just like whenever he did it, you felt like he was actually killing that dude. Stone Cold, dude. Oh, that's right. Bobby Lashley does do the spear. I always think of his finisher still as the Dominator. Stone Cold, dude. Stone Cold didn't have to do much to get the crowd over. Bobby Lashley is like one of my favorites of all time, too. Eric Bischoff, dude. Eric Bischoff is a great national heel. William Regal came. Kurt Angle. Rob Conway. Tyson Tomko. Orlando Jordan. The Bashams. The Cabinet, that's what his stable was called, JBL's. Taz. Yeah! Taz. Dude, Taz was such a badass in ECW. It's true. It's true. Oh, that's right. Taz choked out Kurt Angle on his WWE debut. Taz could have been one of the most badass people. He was in ECW, but in WWE, dude, they just treated him like a joke. And then there's JBL, dude. He just starts wailing on Blue Meanie. Literally, dude just starts hammer fisting him. Like, fuck JBL. It's a fucking piece of shit. Straight up bully, dude. He's Taz and Kurt Angle out. Sir, what's up, Chevy? Chevy! Just got power back. You see, I was worried about my power going off too. Oh yeah, he did. And I know JBL apologized and everything, because I guess he got too drunk and didn't realize that he was actually like legit punching him and shit. Dude, but he busted up Blue Meanie. JBL's getting choked out right now. That's funny. I kind of forgot about that chair shot that Stevie Richards gave him. Oh, Matt Morgan was there too, dude. He was a beast. ECW, ECW. Stone Cold. Where are them damn bears at? He heard Meanie talk about him on the internet or something like that. I thought that he was actually drinking. We just worked 14 hours cleaning up the tornado. Wait, you had a tornado, Chevy? Are you all good? Either way, I was gonna say it was uncalled for. Like, you can actually see it in the ring. He's legit punching him, and you can see Blue Meanie like throwing like real punches up and stuff. Because like the whole thing is that like those guys are supposed to be protecting each other in the ring, and he did something like that. Stone Cold's wearing JBL's hat. That's gold. ECW, ECW, ECW. He's getting trash thrown at him. Bang bang! This is still whenever Mick Foley looked half decent. Mick Foley's paying for it now, but he always says that if he could go back and change anything, he wouldn't change a damn thing. Stand up, you son of a bitch. Dude, Stone Cold's always a legend. 3D. Ooh! And Chris Benoit, dude, this is too funny. Stone Cold says, kill this son of a bitch. That doesn't age well. Yeah, nothing happened at my... Damn, Chevy, I hope everything's all good, man. Yep, thinking about you. Oh... Eric, are you listening? Oh, hell no, WJ. Eric Bischoff, dude. Stunner! Let's drink some beer, that's right. That was a good pay-per-view. I always enjoy watching that. I always enjoy watching that. One of my favorite... like I said, that's one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time. Hands down. Let me make sure that... Alrighty. VG! How'd your first day of work go, my brother? Watching the pay-per-view. Dana! How you doing? How's everybody doing? But Chevy, though, I'm glad that your house didn't get hit directly. And it's actually cool that you're going out and helping, like, and helping out and everything. Organized chaos. That sounds about right. Eric was a good general manager. He was. And Eric Bischoff is... I mean, he's the only promoter to ever say that he beat Vince at his own game. So you gotta give him respect where respect's due. You know, you say what you will about him, but he did something right. Like I said, I love WCW, so you know, it'd be like that. But everybody, I didn't. Yeah, it's getting close to 9. Your boy's been getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day, so I'm a bit tired. I'm calling in a stream there. Sorry, everybody who just joined, but we'll be live tomorrow, and I'll actually be live a little bit earlier too. But y'all know how we end it. Another turning point, and the fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of the stream and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. This stream is unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. Thank you, everybody. We'll be live an hour earlier tomorrow because I'll be camping out at GameStop, and I'm going to ask them ahead of time because if they don't want me to record in the store, I won't. But hopefully they'll be cool with it because I'm excited about getting college football tomorrow. Very excited. I'll have on my favorite college football player's jersey. But yes, we'll be live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. It's an hour earlier than usual. And please remember, everybody, you're kind, you're smart, and you're capable. Please don't forget it. And until tomorrow, my freaks and geeks, see ya.